Good morning, good evening, and a good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzomos, and I welcome all of you to my page, channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. If you're new, it's your first time logging in, and narcissism resonates with you, I encourage you and I invite you to like the page, share, and subscribe. And the ones that have always been with me, I welcome you back, and I thank you for your continued love and support. This morning, this weekend, I'm talking about Derrick Jackson. So there's been a lot of hype going on on social media about Derrick Jackson. There's a life coach called Derrick Jackson, who happens to be a life coach with a very huge following. And I've usually been the last guy who wanted to usually come out and talk about other life coaches and what they are doing online. And I never usually wanted to get involved with other people's hustles and what they are doing online. So basically, the only thing that caught my attention, especially, actually I've been subscribed to Derrick Jackson for a couple of months, could have been like 6 months now. It's not that I always watch his material, but I've been subscribed to him. So basically, there is something we need to understand, people in particular, because first of all, a lot of people, there is millions of people who don't understand what narcissism is. There is millions of people in the world, online, or not online, they do not have a clue what exactly narcissism is. It is very few people actually understand the depth of a narcissist and exactly what goes on with these individuals. So most of the people who are coming out is probably they're not informed. There's people coming out talking about Derrick Jackson, and yes, some of them have got some few points to make. Some of them are informed, but most of them, the majority of them actually, they are not informed. I will give my input on Derrick Jackson. Many people confuse cheating or infidelity to narcissism. Now, narcissism, yes, infidelity and cheating is part and parcel of the thing. It is part and parcel of the problem. It is part of the narcissist playbook. It is what they do, of course, on top of other things, the way they operate. The cheating is part of the game. But people, I want to make it very clear in this video, narcissism is not only defined by cheating. It does not mean, and I've always told the people that I talk to, the people who follow me, that it is not always everybody who cheats is a narcissist. There can be some people who cheat, who practice infidelity, who cheat on their spouses or whatever, and they have got their own personal issues they're dealing with. They could have had their own traumas they're dealing with, something they didn't heal from their childhood. Or they could have had their own problems regarding that part of the sexual, something with their sexual energies. So there will be people who will cheat, not because they're narcissists, but because they have got their own private issues that they're dealing with. So for somebody to be labeled a narcissist, there has got to be other things that are supposed to fall in place for somebody to be fully, like, completely be labeled as a narcissist. So for the case of Derrick Jackson, what I learned recently was that I think he was exposed as having cheated on his wife, and I think probably the news went on like he ended up in bed with the side chick or something like that, with the side chick in his maternal bed, in his home, in his maternal bed, the same bed that he shared with his wife. Now, I've made my first point very clear. It is not everybody who cheats people is a narcissist. There is other things you need to put in place to consider somebody to fully be a narcissist. But it is not always you have to come out because somebody has cheated on his wife or on his spouse with a side chick or something, and you have to come out and call them a narcissist. It does not always happen the case like that. Yes, it may be part and parcel of the problem. But for somebody to be called a narcissist, for the people who don't understand narcissism, you need to go back and educate yourself. Who exactly is a narcissist, and what are these other things that follow? The cheating is part of the game, what they do. But it doesn't make somebody a narcissist because they have cheated on their spouses. But I will make my reservation and I'll come back to that later. My second point I want to talk about is why will I confirm that it's likely, I don't say he is, but it's very likely he could be a covert narcissist. Why? Because in the story as it goes, he cheated on his wife with a side chick in his maternal bed, in the same bed that he used to share with his wife. Now, what do I get from this? A narcissist is the only person who will do something like that. A narcissist is actually the only person capable, especially covert narcissists, they are the only individuals capable of doing and pulling an act like that. And that is exactly, if it's true that the way they're saying that he's married and then he got involved with this side chick who ended up in his bed, the same bed that he shares with his wife. Now, why am I saying that it's very likely that he can be a covert narcissist? Because I've seen that scenario before. For a narcissist, it does not matter. Everything is an object. The bed is just a bed. Your sofas are just a sofa. People are objects. A narcissist does not add value to people and things. They can use something anytime and they can discard it when need be, and when the right time comes. They can discard of anything. A narcissist can discard of a cat, a dog, people, things. They can discard even cars. Now, a narcissist, especially a covert narcissist, their bed, like a narcissist's bed, their maternal bed, if you're married to them or even sometimes you're in a relationship with them, the bed you're sleeping, for them, it's just a bed like any other bed in the shops, any other bed in the neighbor's house, any other bed in a friend's house or something. So for them, it is simply a bed. It is just a bed that they are going to sleep, or even sometimes the same bed they're using to have sex. It does not matter for them if it's the same bed they're sleeping with their spouse, they're sleeping with their wives, they're sleeping with their girlfriends or with their boyfriends or whatever. For them, it does not matter. For them, it's just a bed. When I was discarded in my marriage, when I was discarded, in a couple of days, I personally saw this happening to me, because in a couple of days, the narcissist, the ex-narcissist, they brought a new supply in my bed, the same bed that our maternal bed we have been sharing for the last 7 years. So I've seen a narcissist perform that kind of a stunt. They have pulled that kind of a stunt before. I'm very familiar with it. It did not make sense to me before, but of course, eventually, the more I got awakened, is the more I started adding up all these things together and everything, putting it in place, and started getting the whole picture of it. A narcissist will bring a person a new supply, or it doesn't matter, new or old supply. Actually, even before bringing the new supply in my own bed, they had already brought their ex-partner, their ex-husband, in my same room, the bedroom where I used to share, the bedroom we've been sharing for the last 7 years. They had the audacity to bring the ex-husband in my bedroom. And then later on, I would learn that after my discard, the narcissist had brought the new supply in the same bedroom I'd been sharing with her for the last 7 days, the last 7 years. So when we're talking about Derrick Jackson bringing in that side chick, or the way they say the side chick or whatever it is, supply or side chick, into that bedroom, number one, it is not a coincidence, because if it's a covert narcissist, they are capable of doing that, of bringing somebody in the same bed that they're sharing with their wives or even their girlfriends and their partners. So it is not a coincidence. A covert narcissist can do that, which is why I would say that there are chances. Now, I don't say this guy because I don't know him. I don't know him in the depth, in the details, but there are chances that yes, he can be a covert narcissist. And people, don't be fooled. A covert narcissist does not come looking like a beast. A covert narcissist will come in a very nice suit, beautiful suit. A covert narcissist, for you even sometimes to awaken that somebody has been covert narcissist, it will be the biggest shock of your life, because it is not something you're going to take lightly. You will never believe actually the information you're getting. You will never believe the individuals that are telling you are covert narcissists, actually, they are really narcissists. The narcissists will come in a very nice suit. They are very handsome, very beautiful. They will come in the whole package. They will come with the whole package with them. They will come with the money. They will come with a beautiful car. They will come with the very beautiful career. They will come with beautiful, even handsome faces. The narcissist, a covert narcissist, they will come with a complete package. For the people who don't have the spirit of discernment, you don't yet understand who is a narcissist. It will come to you later on that the person you've been dealing with, or even sometimes you've been following, that person is a narcissist, and you will have the biggest shock of your life, because you will never believe, actually, you will try to add up all the pieces. You've been following somebody for years. You subscribe to them, you follow them, you adore them, you listen to them. Even sometimes they're your coaches, they teach you, you learn from them. For the ones of us who have awakened from narcissistic abuse, we know what narcissists look like. If they tell you somebody is a narcissist, you're not going to think that they're going to come with some kind of a face, with a funny-looking face, were dressed in a certain way, looking in a certain way, behaving or sometimes doing things in a certain way. The covert narcissists, they are calling them covert because of a reason. They have got a lot to hide. So most of the things they are doing behind the scenes will not be the things, will be completely contradictory to the things you are going to see them do, or even sometimes the things you're going to discover that they've been doing all along. So it is going to be two different people altogether. Why I'm saying, and I'm not saying again, I'm not completely confirming this, that guy is a narcissist or whatever, covert narcissist. There are big chances he's a covert narcissist because of the act he pulled. A narcissist is the only person, especially covert ones, who can be able to pull that kind of a stunt, bring a side chick or even a side girlfriend in there. That is if it's true, because nobody yet even knows if it's true or not. This can be just allegations. There can be somebody who is who puts up allegations against somebody, maybe because they have got their own intentions of destroying their career or even destroying their image or whatever. But if it's true, then there are chances that that guy can be a covert narcissist, because a covert narcissist is the only one who will ever bring a side dish or a side chick or a side girlfriend or a boyfriend in their own bed, maternal bed that they have been sharing with their wives, or even their ex-wives for that matter. So there is chances he could have been a covert narcissist in that category. But of course, like I said, if you want to know that somebody is a covert narcissist or whatever, you have got to look at the other things. There are other things there are other signs that have got to fall in place for somebody to be completely labeled as a narcissist. So this is my input and this is my opinion. I'll talk about the third scenario. The first scenario has been, do not call anyone or everybody a narcissist because they have been engaged in a side affair or whatever, they have had an affair with somebody or they have cheated on somebody. It doesn't make everybody who cheats on their girlfriends or their wives a narcissist. That is something you need to put into consideration. Second, if it's true, like they're saying that is a narcissist, the only thing I can put to that, the only point I can add to that is that the narcissist, covert narcissists, because I've seen it myself happen to me and even as well many victims around the world, the narcissist is the only individual who has the audacity to bring a side chick or a side girlfriend in their maternal bed, the bed that they're sharing with their spouses, with their wives or with their partners. They're the people who have the audacity to bring somebody from outside of that relationship, the side chick or a side boyfriend or whatever, girlfriend, into their maternal homes, in their maternal beds. My third point in this video I want to talk about is there's very big chances also that Derrick Jackson is a targeted individual. Now, people, you have got to understand that there is individuals also who they call the targeted individuals. And these are individuals who have got everything going on for themselves. They have established a nice career. They have put their name out there. They are putting the work. They are putting the hustle. They are engaged in whatever it is they are doing. They have actually gained success from that. Like Derrick in this scenario, who even has been able to gather all this huge amount of following and to establish himself as a life coach. So there may be people who have actually been successful in achieving whatever it is they came here to achieve and stepped into their life purpose. Now, most of the cases, that makes you a targeted individual. You've seen a lot of these people in Hollywood. The public people we admire, we adore, the people we even sometimes follow around the world, the celebrities. You've seen them engaging in this kind of female or even sometimes male narcissists who have ended up with them just to get married to them and actually divorce them and take their money with them. So most of the cases, if you're a targeted individual, you can fall for anything. There will be all these kind of people, all these kind of people on the sides who are actually after your image. They're after bringing you down. They're actually intending to bring you down, because sometimes people, it is not everybody who is successful or who has actually been able to establish themselves successful. It is not everybody actually they have it well with them. Most of them they can be married, they can be having normal partnerships or even girlfriends or whatever, boyfriends. But usually, as a targeted individual, you will find people on the side who don't wish you well. And you'll find some of those people, even sometimes, most of the time, you'll find the narcissists themselves, they are coming in If you're a person who does not have your boundaries, you don't know how to put up your boundaries, or even sometimes you don't have that level of discernment, you can end up actually falling for this kind of tricks. A person can come and seduce you. I just did a video recently about gang stalking. You can be stalked, you can be gang stalked, and somebody can intentionally stalk you because they want to put you off track. We may be dealing people with another narcissist. That so-called side chick who ended up with Derrick Jackson, we could be dealing with another narcissist. And nobody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about Derrick Jackson because he's the common public figure known at the moment. Nobody's talking about the side chick. Now, what if the side chick is the narcissist herself, and that side chick actually, her target was coming in and destroying Derrick Jackson as an individual and destroying his image? Why don't we look at that perspective? There's a very big chance, because if somebody who has made a name like Derrick Jackson, for this matter, they have got their own label, they have got their own success, they have achieved success over the years. They are established life coaches. Even sometimes they are coaching and even helping people about relationships and even narcissism. So what if, I'm saying again, what if that so-called side chick actually is the narcissist who came in actually to destroy somebody's image? Because we all don't know the story. We don't know the details of the whole story, because unless everything comes out in the air, we do not know the whole details of the story. We just hear what the side chick has got to say, what she has put out there in the media, and what she has got to say. But we all don't know exactly the whole detailed story of these three individuals. A person who is targeted, they will target you, they will know what you have going on with yourself, and they will target you in so many ways. And usually you'll be gang stalked, you will be stalked, usually even sometimes you will be, you end up getting involved in sometimes even fraudulent relationships, fraudulent marriages. You will end up even sometime, like for this case of Derrick Jackson, end up with even side chicks that you have not even prepared yourself for. You end up sleeping with them, and at the end of the day, the only thing they had in their mind was to destroy your image. Most of the people are not talking about the side chick. What if the side chick is actually the narcissist herself? Because there are many of them online. There are so many of them who are after the people who have made a name for themselves and who have made their own image, who have built their image, and who are successful in whatever it is they are doing. There's people who will come out there from the crowds and actually come in to destroy somebody's image. There are lots of them, millions. So everybody is entitled to their own opinion. And this is my opinion. I've given you three scenarios. There's a very big chance that Derrick Jackson is not a narcissist. There's a very big chance he has got his own issues he has been dealing with for a long time. Of course, private issues that we all don't know, because it doesn't make everybody who cheats on somebody, it doesn't make them a narcissist. Number two, there's a very big chance he's a covert narcissist, because the stunt he pulled in the bedroom with that side chick on his maternal bed, the bed he has been using with his wife, I've seen that stunt, and it's familiar from all the people who have been with narcissists before. It's a very similar stunt. We have seen it all. Number three, Derrick Jackson could be a targeted individual. Somebody who has made it, who has successfully made his name, established his label, successfully been able to step into his purpose. And most of the times, the individuals like that, they are targeted in so many ways, because you can find now all these other people outside who are coming in to destroy their image. Of course, the only thing they want is to sleep with them. They don't want anything to do with them. First of all, that side chick went to come in, she already knew he was married. Maybe she knew he was married, or maybe he was married before, or he was married at that moment. She knew what was going on with him, and she still accepted to go ahead and sleep with him. So there could be a hidden intention with that side chick that they're talking about. There could be a hidden intention that she was intending to destroy and to bring him down as an individual, to bring him down to the trashes. If you targeted, and again, this goes out to all the people, influential people who are doing things online, whether you're anybody who is in the service, who is in leadership positions, you are always targeted. You have to understand and put it in your subconscious that you are always targeted. There is people who are after what you got. There is people who don't like your light, and most of the time, those people they will come in as girlfriends. Sometimes they will come in as boyfriends. Sometimes they will come in as even sometimes your best friends. Your best friend can target you and bring you down, for this matter. So guys, that's what I want to talk about in my video. If you have any comments, this has been my opinion, specifically my opinions not opinions of anybody else, but me having dealt with narcissism, I've brought up this subject as part and parcel of my analysis. So it has been strictly my opinion, and I would like to know from the comment section below what you think about this. Other than that, guys, much love and blessings. Desmos signing out, and I'll catch you soon.